Such a big part of National City, too. So Throttle Thursday today, we're talking to the lowriders and the history with this city. And the lowriders goes back 20, 30, 40.
I hate to tell you farther than that.
Farther than that. We're going to talk to a lot of guys who own these awesome cars.
All that and more is the Fox 5 Morning News. We are on the road in National City. We will be right back.
That was like huge, huh?
Look at this Throttle Thursday, National City on the road. Yeah, buddy, say it with me now. You know what? This is a beautiful car that we're in right now. And let me tell you something about National City and lowriders. Really have a special place in this city. They admit that maybe sometimes people think they come with a little bit of baggage, but check out this car that we're sitting in right now. Let me tell you something about this. They may have a reputation. They think that they maybe come with baggage, but you know what? That's an image they say they want to change, because for them, for the lowrider community here in National City, it's all about family. Typical morning along Highland Avenue, National City. Not too busy. You'd never know unless you're from here. This was the place for cruising.
To live that again, yeah, it was pretty awesome.
I can just picture, you know, all the cars, man, bumper to bumper, you know, everybody just bumping their music, you know, more bounce to the ounce.
But the love of the cars, the love of the game, here it is right here. National City has been one of the hot spots of lowriding for many, many years.
Oh, man, it was wild.
The movie Boulevard Nights really put this place on the map in the late 70s and 80s. Then, crime, complaints, cars impounded. Eventually, police in the city put an end to cruising Highland. The lowrider spirit never died.
It's a good feeling, man. It's kind of like a natural high, you know?
The original lowriders who cruised back then are still here. Jose, Pelon, Arevalo, Switch. Michael Ochoa, The Crowd. Jose Romero, Click. George and Gloria, lowrider Mama Beltran, Bombas. Gloria, in fact, one of the first girls to lowride.
They didn't see it too good that a girl would be like riding the car and doing the like my car up and down, and they thought I was going like against them, like I wanted to be better than everybody else.
Now she runs most of the events.
What I feel good about is that we do for the community. We do a lot of stuff like toy drive.
Pelon is now on his 59th lowrider.
I don't golf, I don't smoke, I don't drink anymore, but I lowride.
He's been doing it for most of his 50 years.
I would watch my cousins work on their cars, and it really caught my eye. And by the age of 14, I knew what I wanted.
Same goes for Michael Ochoa with his 64 Impala. He says he may look intimidating, but he's just a big old softy.
Don't be afraid to come up and talk to us, because we're open and we're friendly. We may look like we're not, but we're friendly.
But it's this guy who is legend.
I love what I do. This is my hobby. It's part of who I am. It's part of what I've, you know, it's just, I love this.
He has built dozens of lowriders from the ground up.
I lowride. That's my passion. That's my golf. That's my football. That's my soccer. I lowride hard. I mean, when I say I'm in, I'm in. You live off that memory, and you try to relive it. And yeah, I think to the day I die, man, I'm gonna ride.
And that's the real music they listened to back in those days. We're live out here with a few more of the classics, speaking with Myra Nunez. She is a liaison to the lowrider community here in National City. Myra, good morning. Thanks for being with us. Nice to see you again.
Thanks.
You see these cars. I've talked to a bunch of these guys here. It's a passion that I haven't really seen a passion for something that this deep with these guys. Where did this all come from for them?
It's part of the culture. It's part of their bringing up. It's part of their family as well. So they incorporate all that, and this is the beauty that comes out of it.
Cruising Highland, we talked about it in the story we just watched a little bit. Boy, this was a big part of this community, and it's kind of they can't do that anymore. But it's kind of evolved where now it's all about the community. It's about helping out, and it's almost turned into like car shows really every weekend.
Right, that's exactly it. I mean, before it had the Highland part, that was before my time, but due to that being no longer a possibility, we have partnered up with the city of National City and a lot of the community that we bring out the cars in regards to different events, fundraisers, and we do car shows as well.
The cool thing here is a lot of these cars are literally, the drivers build them themselves, they paint them, they do all the hard work, literally from the ground up, including some guys who just do that their whole lives. I wanted to see if maybe we can come over here because this one guy in particular here with this bright orange vehicle, his name is Walt Clemens. Let me introduce you to Walt Clemens because check him out. He's behind the wheel of his car. Walt, I'm coming to you. Walt, how old are you?
I am 79.
Now you're like one of the original guys. Tell me about this car. You built this thing yourself.
Yeah, I chopped it. I chopped the top down 4 inches in the front and 7.5 in the back. It's got Lincoln lights. It's got a DeSoto grill, DeSoto bumper. It's got a 76 Chevy chassis underneath it. It's 4-wheel disc brakes. It's got air conditioning, everything.
You know your stuff, Walt.
I should. I've been in it over 60 years.
Over 60 years. What do you think of the evolution of low riding in National City? You've lived here for over 40 years. When you see kind of how it's grown, how it's changed over the years, what do you think?
I think it's wonderful.
Yeah.
It keeps the kids out of the street. It gets them interested in something. There's gang banging. It's a good, clean sport.
Yeah.
And I think the lowriders get a real bad reputation, and it's false. They should appreciate what they do.
Well said. Now,
I chase the cars down the freeway when I see them.
yeah, and you told me your wife, what was it? Tell me about your wife who said, how much is this car? And then tell me that.
My wife is Mexican. She asked me, how much money you have in your car? I said, you want to know how much money I have in my car? And she says, no. And I said, what a wonderful woman.
Well, thank you so much. Let's go talk. Okay, so this guy over here, are you drinking your coffee over here, Jose? Give us your name.
Good morning, Jose Romero.
Jose Romero, this guy, you may know him if you know lowriders, magazines, world traveler, Jose. You're one of these guys that literally you built these things from the ground up, and you're telling me, take a little body shop at one point in your life, and next thing you know, boom, this becomes your life.
That's it. That's in a nutshell, yeah. And still doing it today. I mean, strong and still going like I was 21 years old, still.
Talk to me about, we saw in the story about the old days of cruising Highland, and this is still, even after that got shut down, this remained part of National City. Why do you think that it's still 30, 40 years later?
Well, it's not a hobby for some of us. It's like you hear it a lot. It's part of our life. It's part of what we do. Well, it is. I mean, in a full essence and a full, it is. It's who we are. So when Highland shut down, I mean, we found other ways. We found little get-togethers. We started going and getting permits out for parks and hanging out that way and meeting at car shows that were private properties and so forth, and that's how we kept it alive. But
this guy's been to like Japan, all over the world with his cars and his lowriders. Thank you, Jose. Appreciate that. Oh, look who's here! This young lowrider lady. I think Shali, you want to get in the car?
A car that goes, I call it boom boom.
You want to get in a car that goes boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
Why don't you get in there? Because I think I can find you somebody that can help you out with that. You can help her out with the boom, boom over here?
Oh, yes.
What's your name?
Oscar Martinez.
Okay, Oscar. It's my cousin. Oscar Martinez. Hey, Raul, hey, how you doing?
All right, good.
All right,
good.
Get in there and give her, make the car bounce a little bit for me.
Seatbelt on?
No.
Okay.
No, you don't need the seatbelt. Oscar's going to take care of you. Oscar, give Shali the boom, boom with the bounce. I'm going to talk to my man. My man Pelon is over here. Now, Pelon, Shali's getting scared over there. Okay, that's technically not called boom boom, right? Right, Pelon?
That's called hidden switches.
Yeah, it's not called boom boom.
It's called hidden switches.
It's called hitting switches, Shali. It's what it's called. You're with the switch. I talked to you in the story. Like, there's so many car clubs here. We got bombas over there. So many car clubs here. Everybody gets along, and it's all because of the same passion. Yeah.
Correct. It's a family event. Family. Get-togethers. Right. It's all about family and camaraderie. We all get together. All of us have here probably 30-plus years hanging out. Yeah. We grew up together and we're getting old together.
That's awesome. I want everybody, if you can get in your cars and everybody can do the boom boom or the rev the engines or whatever you want, because I know we can get a little bit loud on this Throttle Thursday. If any Throttle Thursday can get loud, I think it's this one. The lowriders of National City. Throttle Thursday, Fox 5 Morning News. Take it away.